Well, it's the death of expertise, but maybe not how you think. So, right now we're having kind of another little moment about this big tension in our culture between the accuracy of information and the credibility of the people who are providing it. And I think we had sort of an old media landscape, at least a few decades ago, where if someone was really credible, we didn't really question what it was that they had to say. And sort of the democratization or changes in the information economy that our entire human society is going through kind of throws that old balance out. So the question is, what do we do now, right? Well, I think there's a pretty simple way to approach this that I hope will help you, and here's what it looks like. When information comes in, you have to think, how certain am I that this is correct? Like, what is the value of this information? I'm judging the information itself. And then, what is the credibility of the source? And I need to let you know that as the certainty of that information goes down, the importance of the source credibility goes up, right? So let me give you an example. So if you had a 3-year-old child come up to you and say, 4 plus 4 is 8. You wouldn't say to yourself, but a 3-year-old's telling me this. Should I trust this information? Well, it's what they're saying is obviously true, and you could verify it yourself very simply, right? No one disagrees that 4 plus 4 is 8. No one thinks that's not correct, right? So the credibility in this case doesn't matter. Even if the credibility is really low, the quality information is pretty high, right? So no issues, no problems. But the problem is when this information quality certainty goes down, the credibility importance goes up. So I work in musculoskeletal medicine. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I do back cracking and rehab and all that stuff. And there's a lot of really complicated problems in musculoskeletal medicine that honestly, we just don't have the evidence or clarity that we would like to have. And so a lot of patients that come to me, they're frustrated by this. They may have been told different things by different people. The medical evidence is kind of mixed on things. And so the quality and certainty of that evidence is pretty low. And because I've worked hard to get a large amount of expertise, my credibility allows them to trust me to make a decision that will be in their best interest. And so that's how I want you to think about it. So for the most part, we should be judging information by the quality of the data that they provide, the quality of information itself. We shouldn't look at the source unless the certainty of that information is lower, or if we're talking about an issue that just isn't settled or is difficult to settle. So the rule is, generally, look at the information itself, not the source. When the certainty of the information is unclear, or the issue is complicated or complex, then you bring your credibility in there. So my first filter is for information, and the second one is credibility. And if you hold it up in that way, I think that'll help you make sense of some pretty complicated things at times. Hope that helps.